damn, it sucks to hear that D'Angelo died though. Like that one, there's just certain people that just hurt.
Yeah.
And that was one of them.
Well, you know what's crazy too? Like, I forgot that him and Angie Stone had a child. So the fact that like within months apart, their son lost their mother and his father, like
that's a lot.
That's crazy. And again, both two icons when it comes to R&B and soul. And I was telling somebody, I was like,
damn motherfucker.
I lost my virginity to that song, How Does It Feel? So, you know,
I mean, really?
I sure did. I sure did. Yep.
Okay, now you said that video got me hot and bothered. I know that's right.
Yeah. I mean, because the truth is, the reality is, like, some of us were too young listening to that song. But when that song came out, there was no escaping that song, no matter the generation. So, like, even your parents, like, I mean, it just moved everybody, you know? So,
and it moved something else on you.
You know? I mean, like, it's very common in, like, the Black community to have, like, a sex playlist. You know, we kind of talked about that before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the songs that I know for a fact that, like, in the community, people
especially
like.
The extended version where, like, after the last or the right before he goes back into like the big chorus, he has like that little breakdown. And there's like two versions, like the version they did for like the video, be like, okay, we need to hurry up and get this video over with. And then like the album version where it's like damn near 2 minutes, it feels like, of just like oohing and ahs and just a breakdown. Yeah, so that's how does it feel? And R.I.P. to D'Angelo.
But you know, and the other thing I would say too, it's just a reminder of how many people are out there battling fights, you know, battling cancer.
You just don't know.
You just don't know because nobody knew that he was battling pancreatic cancer, you know, and that's something that hits the body hard, you know, and only 51, you know, so like, it's just a reminder just to check in on your people as well too, and you know, fuck cancer, and just, you know, make sure you just be present.
Hey, community. My name is Taurean Everett from Death Becomes Her, the hit Broadway musical, 10-time Tony Award nominated hit musical Death Becomes Her on Broadway, alongside Miss Michelle Williams, our girl. And I am so happy to be here. So what's brewing today?
I know that's right.
See, we won't even need to take two. We good.
It was the 10-time Tony nominated that shut me to right up.
Put some respect on the damn show.
That's a fact.
Welcome, Taurean Everett from Death Becomes Her.
Curiositea, Broadway fans.
And it's our 350th episode.
350th episode.
That's our third episode, y'all. It's our third one.
Oh, let's try that one again. And it's our 350th episode. Yay! So get your cups ready for Minoritea Report.
Hey, welcome to Minoritea Report. It is Auntie Carell.
It's Auntie Dwan.
And it's Auntie Jarrell repping that Mariners gear today, though, because we record while they're playing. No, we repping the Mariners up in here. Yeah, them Detroit Lions.
You did that to rub it in my face.
Them Detroit Tigers had to go. They had to go.
Oh, see, get the right.
And they lost too. They both lost. So how you feeling now? They both lost.
First and foremost, sports.
Who doing that?
You know, the gays, some of the gays like sports.
I mean, wait, so y'all saying y'all don't like to play with balls?
Ain't nobody said that.
I prefer pillows. Thank you. I prefer pillows. While we talking.
I got balls on my shirt.
I know you heard that fourth voice. And I know you see it on the screen, too. So we might as well hop on in. We have, I'm so excited because literally when we first saw the show, I was like, we got to get him on here.
And then I said that
on here.
Verbatim.
Seriously. We have Taurean Everett from Death Becomes Her, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. How are you,
here.
Love?
Thank you for having me. Like, it's so fun. I remember watching a couple of your videos and your from your podcast, and y'all are hilarious. It's the T for it. It's right there in the name. Like, it's the T.
Right, it's the T. It is what it is.
When people tell you who they are, you got to believe them.
We keep saying it. Come on, Auntie Angelou. Like, we keep saying it. You got to believe who people, are when they say they are.
And they've been luckily believing us. And by the way, this is episode 350, community.
350.
Thank you for letting us make it to 350, which is wild.
That's amazing.
Wow. So that's why we wanted to bring Taurean on here, because we was like, we got to do it right. We can't just be like the three of us. We got to bring in a guest, a special guest for this special episode.
Thank you. But also congratulations to you as well, though. I mean, we heard in the intro, baby, the success of Death Becomes Her, which is rightfully so. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I feel like, personally, people aren't talking enough about it. They really aren't talking enough about it for me. And I remember when the three of us first went inside, and we were like, well, how they gonna do this scene? And baby, when I tell you, I couldn't even come close to how perfectly executed it actually ended up being.
That's the thing, right? Is that I agree with you. Like, not enough people are talking about it, but I do think it's out there. And the thing is that anytime there's a IP thing that goes to stage, like a movie that goes to stage, I think people think, oh, here we go again. They doing that again. Yeah. But I think that this show in particular has a very special way of creating its own thing. Like, the show becomes the star, not the people in it. The show works. And I think that's a difference between trying to create something that don't need to be recreated. In this case in particular, it has a cult following, and a lot of those people are like, let me see how you that's me. Like, it's this, But then I think we did a great job of it, because it's camp. It makes fun of itself. The original movie, it wasn't even that great to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, we loved it.
Right. That part.
We loved it, but it was like, okay, it's campy. It didn't even do that well in the box office. And then we turned around and we were like, but we can make this a musical comedy and make fun of itself. So we all are in on the joke. The show is in on the joke of itself. And not to say that the art or the writing is, or the people's work is a joke. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying we're all in on it. And so it makes it, I think it does so well. Like I said, it got nominated for 10 Tony Awards.
Period.
Let me tell you, the way I was watching it live on YouTube, counting them nominations, and then he got to the last one, I said, and where's Sister Michelle at? Because I know you fucking lying. Yeah. How you gonna be nominated? How you gonna be nominated for Best Tony, and the person who opens the show to begin with, and sets the whole tone.
Carries the show.
Quiet as it's kept, the most famous woman in the show.
And look, I love Michelle, and I'm glad she let the rest of us keyboard warriors echo, because she was very humble. And I was that's very me in all the posts, being like, and argue with the wall. She deserved the nomination. I'm on everybody post. I was not here for it.
They slept on our sis.
They really did.
Also, sis don't need it. Like, she could have it, but she's done the work. Like, we're grateful to be next to her. So
that's the real tea. Honestly, that's the real tea.
But I do feel you, though. I do feel you in that. Like, come on, y'all. Yeah. Come on.
And I'm all about just making sure people get their flowers when they are alive, and they deserve them too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's kind of where I was coming from. I was like, you know what? I know she blessed, and she is, walking in her path, and she is on her journey, and she's great. She's great. Yeah. But I just also want to make sure everybody else know that too.
They do.
Well, not everybody. Some of them still need to get the sleep out the eyes. The ones that matter do.
Wipe the sleep out your eye. See who this page of me and why.
It does feel a little weird, but we also, the minority of it all is we are also working within an industry that hasn't caught up to the way that we think and our presence. Quick to make a buck, off of us, but not quick to offer seats at the table. And
that was going to be one of my questions.
It's changing slowly, and I think that progress is better than nothing. But it does feel like it was a little bit of a snub.
And I think that's one of the
reasons.
reasons.
But I will say this: she is the most gracious person, and she was like, you know what? It don't even matter. I want to just. Yeah. She was able to cultivate a spirit of gratefulness and gratitude that I think a lot would stand to emulate and learn from, because you don't have to win everything to be successful.
This is true. Yeah, her work speaks for itself, absolutely, undoubtedly. And the other T too, while we keep it in 100, I mean, the reason why we went was because of Michelle, and then it just happened that we also love the show too. So, like,
that is the true T.
For sure. I mean, and I 100% agree with you, and it is such a valuable thing to have her in the show, because it is bringing a lot more of us to the theater.
Yes.
And at an affordable cost. And a lot of people, we've been growing up with Destiny's Child. We've been growing up with them. And there's an opportunity now to like be that close, and be like, oh, maybe I didn't get to catch this concert or that tour, blah, blah, blah. But here she is, and we stand for her. What I want them to do, them being marketing and advertisement, take it up to Harlem, take it up to Washington Heights, take it up upper New York, take it into Brooklyn with advertisements to say, yo, hey y'all, your girl's here.
Go check it out.
She's right around the corner, come see her. And they don't do that often. I live in Washington Heights. I never see any Broadway things. I think they recently had a Tony Award performance at the United Palace that's up on 176. That is the closest Broadway event. Well, it was the Tonys, but it was the closest event. And people didn't want to come up here. Yeah. And it's sad, because I think that while they may not want to come to us, we will go down there for certain people. And Michelle is right there.
Yeah. And honestly, once they see the show, they're gonna keep coming back for you too.
Because once, let me tell you, once that body stepped on the stage, we look the way all three of us we said,
"Ooh, can't move, girl."
It's so interesting. When something is, they always say what is for you will be for you, And I really do believe that this was made for me. And I have a particular unique sort of essence where there's a little bit of femininity, there's a little bit of masculinity. It's just, you don't really know where to place. And so they throw it all and say, this is what it is. And I like that. And I think this character, you don't really know. People are like, is he a vampire? Is he dead? Is he alive? What is he?
But I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued. Yeah. What is that? And I think that is fun, part of the mystery of what all of this is. But he's also this beautiful character with these Tony Award-winning costumes, who's standing next to Michelle. And to be clear, and I love this, and it's not lost, and I wonder how many people recognize it, but in this show in particular, the example of youth and beauty and excellence are
black.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can say it.
Come on, let's say it. Yeah. Say it. Right.
Say it all the time.
1,000%.
This shit don't crack.
Magnificent black people.
Yes.
And it's
come on, Team Melanation.
Yes, I love that. That is maybe one of my favorite qualities, or it's my favorite theme of the show that isn't necessarily stated, but I do think the director, Christopher Gattelli, he saw that.
We see it all over the TV screens. They be trying to look like it's all the time, so you might as well drink the potion some more, girl.
I do. Before we dive too deep into all the the logistics, I just want to finish what I had started before we started recording.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that okay, Joel?
We had to get on him, Community, because he was about to have a whole episode before we first record.
All I wanted to listen. This was an opportunity to share flowers for a person that is living in their craft and inspiring others, through your gift. And when we say that we're a fan of the show, this is not just they're just theater gays and they go to every show and they say da 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 da, or these are just podcasters that are just kind of gassing you up. I've been to your show 4 times. It will be 5 times in the month of November, and I would have gone more. There were 2 opportunities that I missed out on for other reasons, but the show does such a great job of being celebratory, being sassy, being entertaining, and being for everybody, especially the gays. And your part and the role that you play, it's so beautifully written, but it's the actor, it's the artist behind the words that brings it to life. And when you come on stage, there is a presence that you have, that the way that you saunter onto the screen, the way that you slither behind the doors, but like there is something that you bring to the table that stands on par with all of the other vocal talents that are there just by your presence. And it's so beautiful to see someone that looks like you in a role like that on that stage, and every single night sold out, damn near sold out, almost sold out. Like it speaks for itself. But I just want to say thank you for for being in the right space and being at the right place and the time and sharing your talents with us. And now we get to have a little bit of a deep dive about you and get to know you a little bit more. And for those who haven't heard of Death Becomes Her, or heard of your character on that, we can dive into that. But I just wanted to make sure that that you were a very integral part of that whole experience. And I, for one, really just appreciate and I'm thankful for the gift that you gave us in that.
I really appreciate you saying that. That means a lot to me, and thank you for including me into this community that you have built. I've always said, so I'm originally from Wichita, Kansas.
Come on, Kansas.
What? We don't hear it in the voice.
Right. I know.
He said I had to get rid of that Wichita, Kansas.
She said I was born in a test tube.
Right. My folks are still there. I have siblings there. It's a lot of family are still there. But I remember just as a visceral sort of desire to have something like this, like a community of gay Black men who understand arts and culture and the gamut sports. Who just are alive and enjoying their lives. And so growing up, I never had an example like me. I never saw anyone like me. It was just kind of lonely. And I thought the best thing that I can do, because my parents have done really well where I'm from. They, have legacy, they have a name. And I thought, I'm going to go to New York and I'm going to make a name for myself. That when I go back to Kansas, people are going I will be an example that I never saw. Some little gay Black boy is in Kansas looking like him. And sometimes he comes back and I'll get a chance to talk to him. And I'm not going to say no to that because that's what I wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I do think there's an opportunity here to be the change that I wanted to see that I never actually had. So that is the whole impetus of me moving to New York in the first place, to try to, garner some sort of momentum so that when I did have a platform to actually speak, people would listen.
Did you
sometimes we don't feel heard,
did you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Did you know it was going to be Broadway? Because I feel like Broadway, at least to me, takes like all the talents that a lot of folks have, like the singing abilities, the acting ability, all of it that you're just really good at, and rolling it into one thing. Did you know it was going to be Broadway, or did you have like one skill and talent that you're like, I wish I was a pop star, I wish I was singing, and then it kind of fell into more Broadway because you're like, well, I like acting too, and I like this too, and I like that as well?
Well, so my dad and all of my brothers were athletes, right? So I grew up in full-blown athleticism, track and field, basketball. I was horrible at basketball. Balls, right? Like,
the balls. It's a big ass ball.
I mean, you got good at it later, just the different balls, you know. Just
I was always good at it.
I couldn't play because I was drooling so much. All these balls in my face.
I was always good at it. I just, just depends on which one. But but my parents, like my dad was an athlete, my family were athletes, and so I always had a spirit of athleticism. And when I started, it was with I went to a cheerleading tryout with my best friend at the time, and they ended up being like, do you want to join the team? And so I was like, all right, let me do this. And I was good at it, and I realized that I do like the spirit of competition, and I do like live performance. Like I like the pressure that athletes experience every day of I'm competing against myself. I don't care about beating you necessarily. I mean, it's necessary to do that to win, but like I like pushing myself to do better than I did the day before. So
Torian said these non-motherfucking factors.
No,
they don't even. You're not even in my stratosphere.
Right. Like I
acknowledge
so bad, I don't
you
even care that I'm winning.
I acknowledge that you exist, but compete.
No, I think there's space for everybody at the table. Is what I'm saying. But
sometimes there are kiddie tables.
So all of that to say, I feel like what happened was I ended up falling into Broadway because I liked the challenge of having to do A, B, C, D, and E, and it not just be about me. Like I have to be a part of a team. And because I have 5 brothers, like that just, I'm used to always being surrounded by people who are good at what they do, who want to do what they do. And so I found myself just wanting to do that. I am inspired by the pop stars and their work ethic, which is why they get to where they are.
Yeah.
Destiny's Child. I'm a supreme, the Supremes for myself.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
Okay, now. Come on, Diana.
I'm that school.
I love you.
Yeah. I'm that reach out. And so
Amen.
I'm in that school, but I fell into musical theater in particular because my mom was like, well, you're going to go to school, so go ahead and apply for all of these scholarships. And the musical theater department was the one who offered me the most. And then the dance department said, oh, you're actually really good at this thing. We'll pay you more to come over here and major. So then I majored in dance. But I knew that I had to be able to do all of it to have a successful career in New York. So then I took it upon myself to educate myself and culturalize myself with what it took to be successful in the industry.
Little Gay Jarrell.
Like he educated himself.
Yeah.
Y'all, like you can be good, but you got to still educate yourself to get better.
Yeah. Correct.
I hearing your story makes me so happy because I feel like we both had like similar journeys as far as like coming from sports dominated families where that's where everyone's pushed. And I too tiered in high school. I was a stunter in high school as well too. And now
I was a tumbler. I was a tumbler. I said,
I stunted and I tumbled as well. But like, I only got to do that because my mom was a cheerleader. Yeah, you just get out. My mom was a cheerleader, so that's why I knew I was gonna be her only kid that actually would cheer. So that was like my way of dipping my toe into my gayness in high school without having like to come out and stuff like that. And then that led to me being able to do musical theater. And I just remember that point at being 16 years old and being like, I really love this, but I would never be supported going this direction. And so I just never went that path. And I remember seeing you on stage and now hearing your story too. I just think about that moment and it just makes me so happy that someone got to go that path. And not only go that path, but they're thriving and living in that path and they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do, you know? And so part of me is just like, just so freaking happy because not everyone is lucky enough to, especially in our community, right, to get that level of support when you come from a legacy of family that, you know, been to the Olympics and played professionally in sports and stuff like that. I'm like, no. That's your bloodline. It's already in you. And the idea of going against that in a lot of Black families is like not really an option, you know? So
also isn't that, I thank you for sharing that. But also, isn't that like the point of why we exist, is to actually just make the difference, is to make your mark, leave your legacy for whatever time, the short amount of time that we have here on Earth. I feel like so many things I never questioned. I was told to do something. I was told to believe something. And so many people still are like, okay. And I just be like, wait a minute though, but why? I don't actually feel that. I don't actually think that, but I'm following the rules, or I'm trying to be accepted. And I feel like you said, not a lot of people have support. And I think that's true. And it's unfortunate, but you do find your family, you do find that people who support you. And it's so funny to me. There were these two cheerleaders when I was in high school. And I remember being so drawn to them, their energy. Like I was just like, oh, y'all are like not like all these other people. But everybody, you know, high schoolers are mean, teenagers are mean, like all trying to be accepted and whatnot. They always were saying all of this stupid shit about, you know, bully shit about these two dudes who weren't harming anyone, but they were cheerleaders. And I remember myself being like afraid of them, but not because I actually was, but because I thought I was supposed to be. And then so I ended up, we never really became friends. I was still closeted. So then I moved to New York and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, one of them recently came to Death Becomes Her, saw the show, messaged me, and I had the opportunity to tell this person, you don't know how important you were to me. I was just really scared at the time. And just so you know, like I am now in this space for us, and you are always at the forefront of my mind. I just didn't know how to communicate that now because, you know, communicate that because I wasn't mature. I didn't know, you know, I didn't know how to do it. Now I do, but it was
incredible.
It was one of the most amazing things that got to happen to me, is to actually look this man in the face and say, you were the example and you didn't know it. And now,
how did they receive that? I wouldn't even know how to receive that from somebody. Because I'm sure, like, most times, especially that age, you're just trying to survive day to day. You don't even know that you are being
literally
influential.
In high school,
you're like, bitch, I'm just trying to make it through this day and not get bullied, get picked on, whatever it may be, you know?
Yeah.
And so it would be a lot for me to even receive that.
I think it was overwhelming for them. I think they didn't understand because so much time has passed. But and to hear it from me after having seen the show, I think they were a little like enamored, a little overwhelmed, maybe.
Yeah.
But then you have to learn how to talk to people and be like, I don't want to. I'm going to message you. Hey, you know what I mean? I'll send you a text if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
And then ease into the conversation, but it really was like, again, I say, I'm hoping, it is my intention now to be that for people and openly say that, like, yo, y'all got friends and family and support through me because I am like you and I never had that, and who's gonna check me?
Come on.
Boom.
Boom.
It's so
Spring,
great.
fall, summer.
It's so great to call that out because, you know, it reminds me of a couple things. Number one, your story is so relatable to probably. I mean, I'm just sitting here, thinking about my time and high school and all the things that perhaps I wanted to do but kept kind of secret in terms of passions and things like that.
Secrets go deep, don't they?
You learn how to mask a lot, and yes. But then it also makes me think of the impetus for us having this podcast. We've been on for 6 years, and the impetus is really to showcase the fact that here we have 3 thriving Black men that are thriving in their personal lives, thriving in their careers, thriving interpersonally in their own growth trajectory, not without struggles, but also we're not a monolith. And the importance of representation is really important for our community, especially Black men, specifically Black gay men. Representation is so important in so many ways, because if you can't see yourself represented in the world around you, it becomes that much more difficult to really lean into the person that you are. And we're so conditioned, as you were talking about, so conditioned to be little clones of others instead of leaning into what makes us unique and special. And so having roles like this
every time
is, we can't even underscore the kind of impact that your role and similar other people that are in positions of presence, the impact that
an originator role at that too. That's like huge, because it's an origination of a role on Broadway.
yeah. It's the magnitude is really amazing, and I think it's so important to acknowledge, like, again, being open, being proud, being an example. The largest amount of followings that I have accrued since Death Becomes Her started have been Black queer men.
Yes, that makes me so happy.
Love that.
And they're constantly saying, like, thank you for creating this space for us. And I love that responsibility and the pride and the power with which I stand, that I'm also getting paid for.
Yeah, okay. And better.
Hey, man.
So, you paid to be yourself, which to, like what Carell was saying, like, having originated a role. I mean, I kind of want to be careful about what I say, but what I will say is that when the casting was going on for the show, they had me in mind for this thing. They were like, this character needs to be this Taurean Everett type. Mm-hmm. It feels like maybe it won't be me, but it needs to have that presence, that essence, that energy. So then when I walked into the room, it was like, oh,
there he is. There she go.
Who better to be him than himself? You know, right. And so it was just an opportunity where like all of the stars aligned, and the falling into one's own self ended up being this thing. And I love that. You know, I think if you meet me in person, a lot of people don't know what to do with me. They're like, wait, what? Like,
he's like the Erykah Badu. He's like, don't look him in his eyes. They might end up pregnant or some shit.
Right. Like, they just be like, we don't know what to do, so just make it everything, you know?
Well, hold on. Let's stop right there, though. Because, like, time out. Because you're a very good-looking human being. So that's the reason. And then you add just like the body on top of it. It's just a lot. It's like, bitch, like, what do you want us to do?
It's a lot. But I remember once I went to, I was in Vegas and I went to see Zumanity, you know, the Cirque du Soleil show.
Yeah.
I went to see Zumanity, and there was a character in Zumanity that was very much so like, what is that? Like, I don't know how I feel. I think, honestly, let me back up. It may not have been specifically Zumanity, but there was there were two things from Cirque du Soleil that I recall. One was a male and male duet, like a male and male duet. It was a black dude, a white dude, and they did this gorgeous partnering tango, and it was so sexy and fun and hot. And I was like, I can do that. It was full of testosterone. And then I want to say maybe it was Nene Leakes who was the like the lead in Humanity as like a stunt cast, and she sort of presented as kind of a Chagall, like she sort of presented as that, where it was just like, what is this sort of ringmaster, this leader of ceremonies, and I remember thinking I can do that in that same costume. But I don't ever feel like I need to be like in drag, or I don't need to be in a dress, or I don't need to be, or you can put me in that and I'm going to deliver you something, because it's fabric. It's like paint on your face, you know, like it's just how you present and how you exude that is what people relate to. Anecdote, I recently did they aired an episode of Project Runway where I was,
and I saw you on there.
Yes,
I did.
I saw last year's. But are you? I heard you in like another season. You in this last season too?
This would be. I have been in 3 seasons, 4 episodes.
Okay, because I saw the one with what's her name, Laurence.
Laurence,
Laurence. Yeah,
and
I remember that one.
This pink corset and a jacket, and like, it was really
like
gorgeous.
a bomber jacket or something like that. Yeah.
Correct. It was really gorgeous, but what's so funny to me is like, I mean, quiet as it's kept, and everybody kind of agreed the outfit wasn't really doing nothing, and it was like, hey, I can make this work, but you got to let me wear it how I want to wear it. I want to do that, so I'm gonna leave it alone, and the result is inconsequential to me, but I'm trying to help you out. Because you remember when Project Runway used to have the models, like they also competed.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
That's what I wanted to do. But anyway, so it just ended up, it didn't work out. The outfit was not a crowd favorite, obviously. But what I loved was that the judges were like, well, he ate that. We don't like this, but he did it.
Yeah.
And that's the point, right? Is like, it don't matter what you wear. It's like RuPaul said, you know, we're born naked and the rest is drag. And so you just got to show up as you are.
And you do that so well. Because let me tell you, every scene that you came, especially I remember the scene where they come back and the party is happening and they ring the doorbell and you open up, and even just how
spoiler alert.
No, it ain't no spoiler alert. First of all, it's been a whole damn year.
It's been out.
It's been a whole damn year.
November
2024. Let me tell you. So if they ain't seen it by now, get your tickets. You're behind. You're late. Okay. So that's the real tea.
Yeah.
But just how you owned it. Like a lot of you were like, you all have like those very sexy purple outfits on.
Yeah.
And your literally your energy transcends that. Like you're all in very similar outfits, and I'm just like, but this person is like there. Like you just out. You can't help but be like, I see you.
Hell,
you know. And then and again, like you said earlier, it's the whole show. But you are very much part of it, though. Like when you said that earlier, and I love that you gave your cast and the whole ensemble their flowers as a show. But I want you to know that you are very much part of that, because
your Viola is like right hand man, person, non-binary, all the above.
Yeah.
Well, and it's crazy because I play a binary. You know what I mean? Like I am a binary in life, and like I mean, love and a space to all who don't, and that's fine. But it's so interesting because they want to give you that perception. Yeah. But it's another part of the reason why I was like, oh no, he's going to speak where he naturally speaks, and he's going to present how he naturally presents, which is like muscular and flowy at the same time. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, we do, because that voice was deep. I take Venmo. I was like, oh
man. And do.
And, you know, and it's another thing. Like we show up to work. I show up to work. I'll speak for myself. I show up to work, and I just am trying to be the best that I can be for that day, regardless of what's going on. I'm sure y'all all, do the same thing. But every time, not anytime, literally every time, I'll be on the stage and I'm having these scenes with these superstars, with these people. I'm constantly like, the little boy in me from Wichita, Kansas, is like, whoa, you're doing this right now in front of all these people. Yeah. Like, you're doing it, so do it. Mm-hmm. What is there to fake? Just do it, and they said yes, so do it. And again, I don't think I'm anything special. I think anybody could be in my position, but it's mine, so.
And I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to see nobody else in your position.
The girls are coming for me though. Like, the girls are coming for me. When you leave it, when you
get them out of there.
When you make something look good, people want it.
They do. They do. They be asking, when you leave it, can you teach me the audition combinations? Can you let me
warm it up?
Yeah. And I'll just be like, y'all back up. Can I do it for a little bit first?
It's only I just got here. Damn.
Yeah. I do have a more, I don't know if this is a technical or just a more personal, professional kind of like question, but like, as you're doing shows, what, 6 days a week?
8 shows 6 times a week. It's 6 days a week, yeah.
I'm not a theater gay. I haven't done theater. The last theater I done was a non-speaking character called Franklin. As part of
not the emphasis on non-speaking.
Non-speaking right. Called Franklin, and it was with the Peanuts.
I was about to say it's a Peanuts.
Charlie Brown, the Franklin?
Yeah. That part.
I'm dead.
So
they let you say nothing? Why you ain't lying?
What I got to say? I just need the extra credit. And I was black. And
it was a white school?
It was 50-50.
Okay.
50-50.
Yes. They had you say nothing?
But weren't a lot of black people doing theater.
We're going to hush him up.
Okay.
So, but long story short, you're doing all these shows. I know there is discipline. Obviously, there is discipline to be able to deliver, at this caliber every single show. How do you keep it interesting and stay motivated for you as an actor, as a performer, as a person that is giving so much of yourself through your craft? How do you keep it interesting? Because
they probably got them inside jokes, but like, oh, you see who in the crowd tonight, girl?
That's what I was trying to get to, girl.
You want to see. So we do be watching the audience as much as the audience be watching us.
Really?
That's true. And a lot of people, it's so crazy. Sometimes I feel like people be watching the show like they're watching a movie. Like they don't recognize that we can see them.
Yeah. And the theater is actually pretty well lit for most of it.
Yes.
So you can see, there are some moments where it's completely darked out or whatever, but there are a lot of moments throughout the whole show where you can see everything from orchestra to the back door.
Sometimes we play this game. It'll be like, find your boyfriend, where we have a system, right, with the way that the audience is set up. This is some insider.
I love this. I love this so much.
I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
So we have a system if you're looking at the house from the stage, the sections are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mm-hmm. And section 1, the first row, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then from the aisle in is the third number. So we'll be like, find your boyfriend, and we'll throw up section 3, row 4, seat 6.
This would be me. I'm here for this.
Seat 6. And we'll go out there and we'll be dancing and doing the thing and just like looking at who is in the seat. And sometimes they'd be so busted, and other times they'd be like, actually see me after the show. Like,
I know that is right.
But we do silly shit like that, like
0 feet away.
Yeah, right. We do silly stuff like that. We keeping it fresh, like sometimes just changing the intention. Like today, I feel like being actually very empathetic to your plight. Sometimes I'm in a bad mood from what's going on in my personal life, so then I feel like being bitchy or like, you know, it just depends on what is actually going on. And it does get difficult to do the same thing over and over. But I always, always, always look for the Black people in the audience because I know it's such an unusual thing for them to be there, for us to be in those spaces, especially in a show like this. So then the show becomes for them. And I make an effort, especially if they're sitting close, to look them in the eye and be like, I am looking at you, like you see me looking at you, right? And I feel like it makes them feel included. It humanizes the performers, and it makes a memory for them, which is the most important part to me. It's like people are trying to come to the theater to escape what's going on in their lives. And so if I can help them do that, I'm happy to do that. I'll throw my cakes out because we do in the show.
Hey, man.
Let me tell you, and gagged us. Within like the first 10 minutes, we were like, what just happened?
I like this show.
Literally went for Michelle. Literally went for do it for the gays. And we were like, if this is how the first 10 minutes of the show is going to be, baby.
Yes.
Correct.
It's like buckle up.
And it's not on point for the rest of the show. It'd be so funny. There was the other day. There was a straight dude with his. I'm assuming his wife or girlfriend or something. But we did the tearaway, and he visibly was upset. Oh, why would they? Just. I said, "Oh, you messed up because now
that."
I'm locking on to you. And now my whole show is flirting with you. Because what's the problem?
Well, we know what the problem is. Anybody get that upset?
It's for the gays.
It's for the gays.
It's right there in the name.
It's right there.
It's right there in the name.
As his pants is like.
Right. We'd be like, well, you just gave yourself away. But it's crazy.
So
because there was the show I did prior to this show was Moulin Rouge. And
I was gonna ask you about that.
There's a pre-show right prior to the show where all the actors come out and it's sexy and they're slinking around and doing a thing. They love when I slink without no clothes on. I guess. But
as she says, with no shame.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess. But there's a cage where I come out and I'm in this leather corset and this harness and fishnets and whatnot. And my favorite thing to do would be to just stare at the men. Because you're at the Moulin Rouge, like, come on, anything goes, right? Here in the Moulin Rouge. And I would just stare at the men, and the number of men who would, like, be so uncomfortable. There was one dude, he was like, you can look at her, but not me. Not look at her, but not me. And I was like, baby, now it's only for you. But then there would also be some couples that would, they would be like, would you? And they would have the discussion. And I would be like, that's the point, right? Is like, just ask yourself questions that you wouldn't necessarily. I'm not interested, to be clear, but just ask yourself the questions, and that's okay. Did it hurt you? Were you curious? Maybe life is about more than like the binary black and white that you've been taught it was.
Yeah. You know, speaking of,
what have you learned about yourself in this show?
Ooh, I love that question. I have learned that, and it's such an easy answer, who I am is absolutely enough. And that there's power in being who you are. Like for example, even my voice, everything is written for tenors and like these high, scream. I don't do that. Never have. That's not my testimony. I'm not trying to, I don't want to. And I came in and I said, I'm going to be this. And then they were like, well, we're going to write this song for you. And I thought, amazing. That never happened. Yeah. So I have learned that being who I am is the most powerful thing that I could do instead of trying to be what I thought someone wanted me to be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to emulate the person in the movie. Like, I mean, I don't know if you ever saw the movie, but it was just sort of like a throwaway part.
Throwaway character.
Yeah, but I was like, nah, I get a chance to make this something. So I'm going to make it this otherworldly thing that you don't really understand, that's not really of our world, but it also is at the same time. He's just sort of this ominous presence, you know, which I love. Yeah. Do you think, here's a question for you, do you think he's alive or is he immortal?
I think so. Immortal.
Do you think he drank the potion?
Yep.
I think he drank the potion, absolutely. Yep. Yeah. And that's also testimony to your fine ass, because let me tell you, you can't be around her for that long and still look like that. So I'm just saying. So you start adding the numbers, doing a little math, carry the 1 and divide the 2.
Right.
Right. Yeah. He took the potion. I always feel like he didn't come from wealth, and so his servitude is a way for him to, you know, take advantage of the potion. So I don't like the word servitude, but you know,
I almost feel like
the way that he
related.
Say again.
I almost feel like they might were best friends or relate. Like the way he kind of almost like sticks up for her sister something. The way they're like, there's almost like this. I don't know what word I want to use. I don't know, like almost like he's sticking up for her in a way that maybe. Right, maybe it's attentive, like in a way that it ain't just some Joe Schmo off the block.
I love to hear the theories about this. Dewan, somebody said to me recently, something about what you said, where they were like, well, we don't know if he took the potion, but because of his, for lack of a better term, servitude to her, he's trying to earn it. That's not my backstory. But Corel, then you mentioned like, oh, they might be, you know, related or something. Like, that's where I am. Jarrell, what's your backstory? What you think?
I think very much like, you know, like friends that grew up, you know, and you know, like. Because, you know, I've been making up stories. So in my mind, like, y'all met later on in life. Y'all became best friends as adults. Like, y'all were on different paths, but somehow you crossed and end up being, you know.
That's Judy.
Yeah, you know, like, this is Judy. You know, the person who was, like, helped. Because we all have, like, that one girlfriend that, like, as we come out, right, that helps us, like, really fall in love and helps us start to be, like, really our most authentic self. And she happened to be that person for you. Right. And then that's where the loyalty comes from, because she helped your character step into like their power, you know, their strength. So that's kind of how I see it.
That's fun. My backstory is a combination of the two, where he was thriving, their brother and sister, to me, their brother and sister. We think that we're brother and sister. She's a scientist. Like she be in there just king, just alchemy, right? And she found this thing, she touched it, and something happened to her, but she was like, I'm gonna leave it alone. And then she tried it for herself and realized that she self-experimented, realized that this thing happened to her.
Got that Kris Jenner facelift.
Right. Right. And then he got into, I think he was a model. He was a former like model. He was socialite. He got into this accident and it disfigured him. And she's remembered what happened to her. So in desperation to save her brother, she like gave him thing and was like, I will try anything to save you. Because like you said, or that like they are close, like, but they're siblings.
See each other.
Yeah. That's his older sister.
Yeah.
And so it saved him. It worked. And he was like, oh, but now, 20 years later, nothing has changed. We still look exactly the same. We always gonna be this, ain't we? And then he like sort of disassociates and they thought, well, if we're going to be here, we have to continue making all this money. So let's just start selling this potion to people, and we can capitalize off of their rapidness because people are going to, that's what these are the silly things that people want. And the longer that they've been doing that, the more annoyed he becomes with people not wanting to come to terms with their own reality and their aging process. And so that's why he's like, what? That's why I'm so bored with people like you.
Yeah.
This was forced upon me. I wouldn't have made the decision. This was forced upon me, but now here we are. So
interesting.
It's an interesting little like backstory thing to play with. Yeah.
And to DeJuan's question, I feel like that was also part of what makes it, that's what helps with the longevity too. Like, because as time goes on, you also get to think of this character differently, like it's almost like different timelines. So now you're like, okay, in this timeline, it was XYZ, and I'm sure that just helps you keep it fresh as well. I like that. I didn't even think about that.
And it's pretend, so it can be whatever I want it to be.
Yeah, that's a cool thing.
I know. Be careful because some of the girls out there, think people supposed to look a certain kind of way for characters that are make believe. Sean, look.
all I kept thinking though is if he did take the potion, god damn, he got to work forever. That's horrible. That's why I'm just like,
I think about it. I gotta be here forever.
Right. Like that's why in my mind I'm just like, okay, he sold himself for like 100 years, of servitude, to get this potion, but then he's free to do whatever he wants. So like he's only around for a little bit, but every day that goes on, he's like, God damn, I gotta go to work again. I look gorgeous, but damn, I gotta go to work again.
But it's the hustle. We out here just hustling.
This is
like that's all we know.
If the role is getting a piece of that coin, then going to work ain't that big of a deal. But if you just doing it just to pay off a debt,
but that's why you look like that. That's why you look like that. He be going around the world getting the pieces, man. This is expensive.
Look, I do have a quick question.
You see it.
I got a quick question. So you've had obviously the opportunity to be in a couple of really big productions. Moulin Rouge, you mentioned. I think the Cher Show, Miss Saigon, Mamma Mia. Some really big shows. And I'm curious, just purely from a costume preference perspective, what was the show and what was the outfit that stands out to you? It's just like, I really ate that shit up.
This is it.
It's hard because what was iconic was one of my costumes in the Cher Show.
Right.
But this was made for me. Like they both were made for me, but one was in reference to Cher, and this one was made for me. So I'm going to lean into me and not Cher because she already is, and I'm trying to be. But I will say one of my favorite things was in the Cher Show. So there was Bob Mackie is his costume designer, obviously. Yeah. And they're in the show. Did you see the show?
I didn't get a chance to.
I'm mad I missed that one.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
So paint the scene.
Yeah. I'll paint the picture for you. So there was I played Bob Mackie's assistant in the show. They love me to be a sexy assistant. I played Bob Mackie's assistant in the show, and we are getting Cher dressed for whatever event that she's going to. And in the try this on, it becomes this big fashion show of all of the iconic Cher looks. There was one day we were in rehearsal and all the girls stepped through. So there's this like semicircle thing where there's panels that rotate and people can step through the panels and reveal themselves. And there was, in the direction of the show, another male ensemble member that stepped out in this outfit as just like a surprise. There's a boy in this otherwise all female fashion show. And I went to the director and I said, hey, wouldn't this be a better idea, because the assistant has access to all of the costumes, that it's me that makes the reveal? And he was like, ladies and gentlemen, there's been a change.
Yes, I'm here for it. Yes.
There's been a change. And Bob Mackie ended up putting me in Cher's iconic, the like Native American headdress.
Shut up.
I would go grab it. It's on my wall right now, but like, it's this long loincloth and this headdress that dragged on the floor.
Oh, go get that shit. Go get that shit. Oh, go wait. Go get that shit.
Yeah, we will wait.
Go
1,000%.
Well, I'm just upset. Two things popped in my head. Like, damn, that's dope. But then, damn, his body can fit in it. I'm like, damn, Carell, as much weight as I know,
yeah.
my life.
Oh my God. Let me tell you, that's beautiful.
So it was this long headdress, and it's another opportunity where someone says, only this person can do this.
Yeah.
Get it out of the, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Isn't that gorgeous?
That's gorgeous.
Now,
they don't make them like Bob Mackie makes them. They really don't. And I think the young kids don't have unless they've had some exposure to
Drag race.
Those of us that are a little bit longer in the tooth, they have no idea. Not everything was made on what's that, Temu?
Right. No, it's custom. So anytime that there's something that's custom and it's made for you and you're the only one that wears it, it's really amazing. But the gag about that was, like, in this show, our unitards are mesh. So I'm technically completely covered head to toe.
Yeah.
That was my skin.
Wow.
So it was.
I want to know what's the workout like. So the three, the give contest, the last year or so, like the three of us have been very dedicated about like getting in the gym, blah 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 blah. What's your workout routine? Because shit.
You know what? I think
is it push pull legs.
No,
He said it's nothing but juices and berries.
It's
right, the bunch of juices and berries.
And minding your business.
Because let me tell you,
hey, that will do it.
Hey.
I like a lot of resistance training and equal split days. So I don't like to do like, it's a chest day, it's a back day, it's a leg day. I like to do everything all the time. So most of my workout routine is it's calorie counts, making sure to maintain a deficit if I'm trying to cut, to like pass if I'm trying to bulk up. And in these costumes, sometimes it's like easier to just stay, in the deficit. But I like a lot of split days. Like, you got to get the legs in. And a lot of people don't know that if you really work your legs, like,
you
leg
works
days,
everything else.
It works
Leg
everything
day,
else.
yeah.
And everybody wants you to walk around with that good old booty. So like,
Hey,
ain't nobody mad at a good booty.
that's a word. Amen. Amen. Jarrell, you just get that naturally though. I know you be working on it, but baby, that came from your mama.
She could have given a little bit to me, but she hadn't said nothing to me in 6 years. Like, here, have a little piece of this cake.
Hey, Dwan, you too, boo. You been working on them cakes. We see you, boo.
I got these silver dollars.
That's my workout routine. Just keep the cakes up.
Hey,
keep the cakes up. Everything else will come out in the wash. It's good.
I know that's right, man. We already an hour in, so we gotta get to Curiosity.
Yeah. Okay.
We gotta just have them back because we still got so many questions.
Come on, let's go.
So Community, every time we have a guest, we like to get to know them a little outside of just like their day-to-day routine. So this or that. So the curiosity this week, it starts with coming to the stage is Taurean Everett. What song is playing?
Ooh. Y'all not gonna like this probably, but I'm an instrumentalist kind of person. I feel like
we like this.
Okay.
We like this. There's only one wrong answer.
Right.
There's only one wrong answer. Yeah.
Amen.
I feel like because we work in industry, it's so difficult to not think about the work and the production that goes into making music.
Sure.
And so I like to listen to things that are I love lo-fi, right? But if I had to say that I'm walking onto the stage, there's a song called Appalachia Waltz that is by Yo-Yo Ma and Edgar. Okay. I can't think of it. The name escapes me, but it's strings. It's strings. I'm a strings person.
Okay.
Operation Waltz?
Appalachia Waltz.
Appalachia.
Oh, Appalachian.
Yeah, it's sad. It's moody. It's beautiful. It's like there are colors to it that I find.
She wants to saunter on in her like diaphanous blouse. And...
Yes. The wind is blowing. You're like, is he sad or is he just fierce? Like, we don't know.
Yeah. Is he sad or is he just fierce? Well, then that's kind of leads to the next question. Then I was going to say, leaving a show and you're maybe taking the train, taking the car, whatever, home, all the way back up to Washington Heights. What are you listening to? Like, how do you decompress from a show like that?
I decompress by listening to lo-fi. Do you know this genre?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
for
sure.
Yeah. It's that all the time.
Yeah.
I also like Shiloh Dynasty. Do we know this?
Mm-hmm. I don't know Shiloh Dynasty.
Shiloh Dynasty, it's sexy, it's moody, I like a lot of mood.
Okay.
Like a heavier, darker mood, because then it lets me escape all of the energy that I've projected in a day.
Okay.
And I just get to sit and like actually relax into myself.
Okay.
Shiloh Dynasty, I'm adding that.
I know. It's like, put it in the chat for me so I can look it up after the show. Thank you, ladies.
It's sexy. I think it's sexy.
I'm here for it. Mountains or beach?
Oh, damn. See, so my spirit is mountains. Like, my spirit is mountains. But
He said, but my body is beach.
My body is beach.
She said these cakes ain't gonna eat themselves.
I don't work this hard to not be seen. Like I don't.
I get it.
Period.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be on
in the mountains.
But my
up there.
spirit is the mountains.
I get it. I know that's right.
That's great.
When do you feel you're most sexy?
I feel the most sexy when I get out of the shower.
Oh,
okay.
He said lathering that body up, the lotions and the potions.
Because I'm most natural, like I'm clean, I'm about to go take on the day. And that's usually then when I turn on a little bit of Beyonce.
Yeah, a little Beyonce.
Because you're that girl.
Throw her on.
That's right.
And just be like, this probably feels like, I wonder what she feels like getting ready. So I'll just be like, all right, that's what I'm going to do.
Favorite Destiny's Child song?
I think it's obscure, but Apple Pie a la mode.
I just listened to that like a week and a half ago.
Apple Pie.
Yeah.
Apple Pie la mode.
Oh, that's Survivor album.
Nobody really talks about that one, but I really like it.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, that back-to-back between there and Sexy Daddy gets me.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
I'm pretty sure Sexy Daddy is like, it's either right before or after, but I think they go right next to each other. Yeah.
Because I saw someone tweet that song like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And I was like, I haven't listened to that damn song in a minute. And I put it on in the gym. I was like, yes, ma'am.
Baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you, that album is still heavily like in rotation. Like,
it is. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
We love.
Let's see here. Turkey sandwich or peanut butter and jelly?
Turkey. I like to take naps, so that tryptophan be getting me, and I'm allergic to peanuts, so I can't.
Okay.
I know that's right.
Which is crazy. You know what? My brother told me I had to use an EpiPen the other night because I don't know why, but in my fitness journey, I was like, let me try these vegan chicken nuggets from this place over here. And my brother was like, just stick to soul food. I don't know why you doing all that.
Because you ain't got to worry about no nuts in your food. That's damn
That's
show.
so true.
You
don't.
don't.
That is so true.
You don't. I just need to go back. Just have a little bit. Yeah.
Amen to that. Most embarrassing moment on stage.
In this show, I fell in for the gays. I was feeling hype. I was like, oh, the audience is, they lit, so I'm gonna give them a little extra. And I pulled up my passe, a little too high, and I wasn't as stretched as I thought I was, and my foot came out from underneath me. And I fell on stage. You know how the girls get overzealous and then tear the hamstring?
Yeah. It happens all the time.
That's what happened. And I said, okay, easy, girl, easy.
Now, okay,
did
they do what we do though? Like, black folks, we'll eat each other up when that shit happens. Did they clown you a little bit afterwards? Because I could only imagine getting on the side of the stage.
There was video of it, and they was laughing at me behind me. That's like, and Sir Brock Warren is the other black man in the show. He was like, Taurean. Like,
out of all the people, it had to be one of us.
And he was right though. We can't be out here messing up.
No,
we can't do that.
Speaking of like for that number, like I'm just always just curious, like the logistics stuff with things like this. Like the quick changes in this show is insanity.
Yeah, they're quick.
Insane.
Yeah.
Like. How do you even practice that to get it that perfect? Like, cause like, and to do it that, like, it's like, yes, you get it down, but there's still just nights where you're like, damn, I'm gonna have beat slow and I gotta hurry this shit. Like, are you stressing every day doing that?
No. So, there's potential to be stressed. Yes. We practice it like we practice everything else, which sounds crazy. Yeah. Like, let's practice changing clothes. Yeah, and it just means, but you practice it. And in a perfect world, you're with the same dresser every night. So they know, for example, like my dresser holds my hips because she knows where my center of gravity is. And she'll hold me in a certain way that a lot of people might not like that, but I like it. And so we practice it. Also, the costumes are as complicated as they appear to be on the outside, generally are rigged so that for easy access. So like there's just one zipper and it looks like a full tuxedo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like there are lots of tricks and illusions that go into costume design that make it that fast.
Because that opened a number right into the gays. I was like,
insane. You was just here.
There were so many costume changes.
It's fast. Well, and the other thing that what I really want them to do is a PBS special where they are just recording what happens backstage.
I would love that.
Yes. I would love that.
Absolutely.
Because then you would be like, oh, they don't stop. So like it's not just what you see on the stage. Like backstage is its own choreography. So there's not a ton of space backstage. So every time there's a big prop or set piece that exits the stage, they put it on these hooks and they raise it up to the ceiling. And then we're docking underneath them and doing all of this. It's a constant interweaving. It's chaos backstage, but it is so organized and routined. And you can't stop and talk to somebody because if you do, you're going to get clipped by, a big moving set piece. So like it's the backstage show is another show in itself. Wow. So when it comes to the costume changes, like we be moving like as fast as you think it is. as fast as it feels to us. Like,
damn, my bad, because I thought y'all was kikiing. My bad. I really thought y'all. Look, you better let me know, baby. I want that PBS special because in my mind, I'm like, they just changed the clothes. What you mean?
They back there playing spades, dominoes.
We can kiki, but we kikiing and moving. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's nobody's sitting there like, you know, like it's not.
It's like, girl, you saw me in the second round. No, that's after the show.
Doing that.
Like, bitch.
We can talk and say it, but also change the draws because we gotta go. You know, like it.
See, and I was just thinking too. It's like it would suck to have like the bubble guts one night too. Like, girl, I gotta use the bathroom. I ain't got time to use no damn bathroom.
Listen, I will call right the fuck out if I have to.
That's not a risk you're willing to take. Not at all.
You see what we wearing? I'm not doing that.
No, ma'am.
I
not
can't do
today.
That. I can't do that. Yeah.
No, let's see here. More nerve-wracking, Broadway Bears or opening night?
Opening night. Opening night, there's a lot of guests in the audience. Beyonce came to our opening night. So I was saying, I got a song to sing in front of her. My mama was there. My dad was there. My partner was there. It's the expectation and the visibility. Like everything is going on press. Like everything is media. Like it's big night. Broadway Bears is just like, go lean into how sexy you are. That's fun. I'm doing it every day. Our show is Broadway Bears. So.
Right, you said my show is Broadway Bears.
That part.
I know that's right. Do you like an audience that's like that silent or an audience that participates?
Participate, for the love of God. Participate. When people are in the audience and they just are like, entertain me, they don't understand that we project, like we give back the energy that we receive. It's a mutual exchange. Now, we don't need you singing the lines with us. We don't need you doing choreography with us. Like, participate. Otherwise, it's just like, if you don't, it feels like they don't want to be there, in which case, why are we working so hard?
Yeah. And it's gotta be so hard not to participate because there's so many things that's going on that's just so unexpected. And, you know, before the soundtrack got released, I mean, I think I saw you all third night. I was supposed to have first night, but I couldn't make it happen. But you didn't know anything about what it was supposed to be. So everything was a surprise, but there are so many moments that you're just like, literally, like you're gasping because of the shade that they're throwing at each other that you're not expecting to be that slick in the mouth, like the alliteration that's being used, like, you know, with certain kind of words and things, with, you know, the tumbling down the stairs, the sexy people coming out slithering in their costumes that are barely covering anything. Like, there is so much going on. The whole song dedicated to just the gays, and I love the gays, like with the confetti and the. How could
and I love a play on words.
How could you
gays and gays? I love it.
How can you not participate?
Yeah, at that point, just stay at home.
I don't know. I always say, like, if because the opening happens, so Michelle comes out of the floor, or excuse me, Viola comes out of the floor, and then the curtain rises. You see this whole
y'all are just pose, baby. Just
pose.
Right.
It's statuesque. You're just sort of like, oh, and it's literally, these are supposed to be the most beautiful people you've ever seen, right? Like, and everyone is just telling you, like, if the song is called "If You Want Perfection," and like, here it is, and the curtain rises. It's still, and then it swirls around, and then Michelle does her thing and she leaves, and then suddenly at the theater, and then the boys cross, and then suddenly you're in this big number. Like it never stops moving. I think we can hear when people gasp and when they're like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god," and that is fun to us. That to us is participation. Like we don't need to be like, "Wow." But we can see and hear your reactions. But when it's dead silent and people are just sort of like, I think a part of that also is, like you said, you came the third night and it was just so much to take in. But what we are finding is now that they put everything on social media, like everybody can see everything. So they kind of are already expecting a certain thing. And now it's becoming like we're just looking forward to the numbers. So for the gays is a raucous moment, but then the scenes in between, nobody really is like, they're just like, okay,
really
get to the next thing that now we want to see now get to the next thing is what it feels like to me. I'm not saying that that's truth, but
well, I'm surprising my partner with tickets when he comes here in November, and he's French. He's not like super into like social media and all that kind of stuff. So like this is going to be a full on, like, he's experiencing this. He doesn't even know Death Becomes Her the movie. So this is going to be a full on, just amazing experience. We're going to be seated. I haven't booked my tickets yet, but I'm going to be doing that in the next week or so. And we're going to be seated right there, probably row 4, row 5, right smack dab in the middle. So we're going to see
everything. And I'm going to be looking right at you like.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know when we're there. But that's like when we went, as the three of us, we went. I live here in New York. I'm close to you. I'm in Hamilton Heights. We have Carell that's in Philly, and Jarrell that's in Seattle. And we were all together, and we all went together. And when I tell you, you couldn't tell us nothing after about 15 minutes into the show. We were black boy cackling so much through the whole show. It was phenomenal. And we were also right smack dab in the middle. We let Michelle know. We were like, hey, we're going to be out there. I don't know if you'll be able to see us, but she saw us, and like the whole show, we were just like having such a great time. There was a lot of knee flapping, and like when you just look around the crowd, there's so many people that have that look of wonderment. That like that's the thing that I miss.
It's what's a show supposed to be for Broadway. Like if you like have, like, especially if you've never been to Broadway, like I think there's maybe a stereotype of what you might think Broadway is. I feel like it fulfills that fantasy of what you think Broadway is. It's like the over the topness, the campiness, the amazing songs, the amazing gowns, like everything. Like it check. It's a lot of those boxes for
it's
you.
One of the, like in the last season of all of the musicals that came out, it's one of the few. I personally have not heard like any sort of viral thing. I haven't heard any, like, people aren't talking as much about the other things. And
very much to talk about.
This show is, and partially because it's so goofy, like it's so silly and campy, that people want that, as opposed to, I don't know,
Death of the Salesman.
Yeah, like anybody trying
12 Angry Men.
People need to laugh.
Yes.
And we just out here being like, yo, we'll laugh. We'll make you laugh. And like,
low key, there's not a lot on Broadway right now that has that kind of like camp factor. What's it? The Phantom of the Opera, which has been around since like forever, is no longer there. You
got Moulin Rouge is still there, at least. Moulin Rouge is still there.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know, by the way, Bobby Day from Moulin?
Yes. I love Bobby Day.
I know Bobby Day. Yes, Bobby's great.
I would walk in every day. Our dressing room was next to each other, and he would be like, "Yo, Torian, what's up, Bobby Day?" And then he'd tell me some dad joke. He'd love a good old joke.
Yeah, because I knew Bobby because he was dating, and this is going back, 12 years. A friend of mine when we lived in Chicago, and so he had moved from New York to Chicago, and all that stuff, and then that relationship was. Anyway. But but he's a sweetheart. Yes,
he's great.
All right, let's see here. We'll ask a couple more here. Okay. Do you have a Rushmore of Broadway shows?
Oh,
so just 4 shows that you just are just like, these are the best of the best of Broadway ever.
Ooh, that's fun.
Besides Death Becomes Her.
Besides Death Becomes Her, I love.
That's a given.
I love Aida.
That was good.
Spamalot, I think, is hilarious.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Big Broadway show. I often don't see them also because
You're working.
Yeah,
Booked and busy.
What else did I really enjoy? I liked
Big butts and you cannot lie.
What?
Sorry.
Come on, Dad. Speaking of dad jokes.
Color Purple was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And I think Dreamgirls as the idea for a Broadway show is it's good. Let me take that back. I'm gonna take back Dreamgirls and I'm gonna put in Ain't Too Proud. Them boys were working.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Pamela, Ain't Too Proud and Color Purple. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. So we usually do something that we call like a Voltron or Megatron, as I'm learning because the kids are saying, "What the fuck is a Voltron?" and it's making me age myself. So Megazord or whatever from Power Rangers, where you kind of pick like the arm and the head and the legs, and this is the best of the best to create this super thing.
Okay.
So for Broadway, we're gonna say, who do you think will be the best of the best of just stage presence? And you're creating this ultimate Broadway star.
Yeah. Who do you admire?
The best of stage presence. Ooh. I love a Norm Lewis.
Okay.
I love.
It's gotta be one though.
Just one.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, and because there's gonna be other parts
Who's
that we
the best
create
of the
and build
best
this
when it comes to
Megazord.
stage presence?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Who you
stage
shouting out?
presence. Can I include myself in that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll take stage presence.
Boom.
Okay.
And I see that 1,000%.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Serious.
I'll take
Voice.
that. Ooh, voice. Joshua Henry.
All right.
Okay. Acting chops.
I like an Audra McDonald.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah.
Maybe.
It's hard. It's hard to top her.
Could stop right there.
Period. Dancing. A bit, like the dance ability.
Ooh, this is a challenge because so many people are such fantastic dancers. My girlfriend Jessica Lee Golden.
Fantastic.
Do you know that she's a white girl, but like she's
Yeah.
she dances.
But she eats.
Oh,
she
yeah.
eats.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna be doing a little Google.
Who's just career? Right. It's like, got that and all this music. Whose longevity? Whose career that you're just like, damn. That would be amazing to have that career.
Oh, that career. It has to be. Whose career could I emulate? I guess this is hard because there are so many different. I want to say James Baldwin because of how profound he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that it's not performative.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that also matters. Like there has to be longevity.
Yeah.
Like James Baldwin or like a oh my God. Fuck, he's about to be in Cats. Older gentleman. His name escapes me now because I'm on.
Alexa, Smithy.
I would say something like a James Baldwin.
Okay. Very good.
I'm not mad at that. And is there a fandom out there that you're like, ooh, you know what? I want that kind of fandom. Is there a hive out there? Is there a maybe? I don't know if the Broadway girlies have a hive, but
Fans are crazy.
I bet.
Fans can be so crazy. I feel like if I had to have a fandom, I would want it to be similar to like Pink's, where she's just she don't bother nobody. They don't really bother her. She's quick to be like, it's cool. We all just out here making art. It's not too big. It's not too small. I kind of like that.
Come on, Kumbaya. Okay. Love that.
No, I mean, but he real talk though. I mean, they don't be bothering nobody at all whatsoever. Yeah. No, because they know like Pink staying on business. They like, she good.
It's like Pink will fight your ass. Yeah. They don't got to. And is it Andre DeShields that you're thinking of?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Thank you.
I got you, boo. You know, quick little Google. Thank you, Google.
Right. Google will tell you real quick. Mm-hmm.
And then we always ask everybody this one. Beyonce or Janet?
Why you do that?
I know.
Because that reason right
there. Exactly.
Like, I'll even see, like, that's... I like apples and oranges.
Right. Period. And do. But what you liking today?
Right.
What you in the mood for today?
I'm going to have some banana pudding. How about that?
Heavy is the crown, baby. Heavy is the crown.
Wow. I guess I know Beyonce's discography, fuller discography. So if I have to choose, I'll go with that.
Yeah, I get it. I mean,
but Janet,
no hear this, by the way.
Get it. I'm in it.
See, as Kiki would say, the gag is the answer is both.
That's right. The answer is both. With
look,
the F.
Right. Because where they do that at? Not over here.
Not over here.
I know that's right. Seriously, like, and every time I ask it, my brain still goes like, I don't fucking know.
That's not a thing, right? Like,
it ain't, but it is.
I would go to the first half of one concert and then the second half of the other one. Just like, can y'all do something together? Like, is that?
Oh my god! If they did something together, I wouldn't be able to take it. No. I would be DC.
If there was a song that they could do together,
oh my god,
or have a mashup, what would it be?
Ooh, God, what would it be? I'm thinking like something like "You Want This" or something like that. It's got to be something where it's like, it's got to be a dance number. I want to see them do. I'd want to see them eat a routine together.
Mm-hmm. My favorite
it could be a good one.
Again, obscure is "Runaway." Don't nobody listen to that one. Love "Runaway."
Oh yeah.
Be my love. Oh, and she looks so gorgeous in that video.
Oh, good.
Don't get me out to the whole routine.
Shoot. It's so good. All Night is good too. I like that one.
Yeah. She said, "Oh, I didn't quite hit that note. That wasn't such a good time."
Yeah.
And this the little giggle, like the Janet giggle.
Oh, forget it.
Take me out.
I hit the note on that one. Yeah.
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 Oh gosh. Well, Torian, we like we said at the beginning, but we appreciate you taking time because literally, I don't know how y'all do this schedule. 6 days a week, 8 shows. Fuck all of that. Well, I won't say that because maybe that's in my future, so I don't want to repress something that might be for me in the future. However, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So to hop on here for this long, literally on your day off, we appreciate it. Like, we don't take that lightly because you could be like, bitch, I want to just lay on this couch and shut the fuck up. And
I'm happy for the community. I'm happy for the exchange and to make new friends and to see you all and support what you're doing. Because I think it's really great. I think it's fantastic. Y'all are out here building community, and I think that is like 100% I'm participating. So thank you for having me on.
Yeah, but again, like Dewan said earlier at the top, like, we see you, baby, and honestly, just what you stand for and what you represent is just like, it's bigger than all 4 of us. And and like I said, like, it's just so nice to see someone that lived a dream that I had at a young age and know that I am where I'm supposed to be, but it's cool to see someone else where they're supposed to be. And I absolutely just love it. So
and how they collaborate and how there is space for everybody. I always say sometimes I think that we get confused that we're supposed to take a particular path, and sometimes the path is not what you dreamed it would be, but what serves you is over here. And so the fact that like we can commune in this way is really important and special to me. Yeah. My mom gonna be so happy.
Oh.
I'm like, who the cute boy she was talking to?
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mama.
And then for those that don't know who you are, tell them where to find you. What's all the socials and all that good stuff, and which days are the tour days for the show?
So we're at the Lunt Fontaine Theater, 46th Street here in New York City. So you can come see the show there. If they take it to London, y'all might get a little snippet if you over there. I think they're launching a tour in 2026. I don't know that I will be on that tour, but otherwise on my socials, you can find me on Instagram at Taurean TaureanJE, Taurean Everett on Facebook, and Taurean JE on TikTok. That's where I am. Come find me. Say hi.
Yes. Y'all better find this beautiful man and love on him.
They're going to be double tapping like, yo.
And you're going to love our community. We've got, I know a lot of podcasts and other content creators have, their own communities, but, these folks have been rocking with us for years. They are some of the nicest, most wonderful people that we've had the pleasure of interacting with. And y'all go out there and check Taurean out.
Yeah, the community dope. Our community dope. Hey. And community, we said at the jump, thank you for 350. Yeah. Like, that's still kind of wild to us. We're like, how have we done this for 350 episodes? I don't know, but we appreciate y'all listening to our craziness over the years. And anything else on your hearts and minds, Jarrell, Dewan?
That's it.
No.
Stay tuned.
All right. Well, community, wash your hands, your legs, and your ass, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.